tell you on the ride. But one thing that I know for sure is we ain't going back no more. Turn the key and open the door. Walk out onto the floor. Turn the key and open the door to my new home. My new home alone. My new home. My new home alone. Chair, wincing from a final glare, wondering where another day went. It's evident how it was spent. There's a bottle on the second shelf, and I think I helped myself. If only me, no one else. In my new home. Home alone. My new home. My new home alone.
Welcome to Raw. I'm your host for this evening, Lena, and you just heard New Home by Sam Marine, who's right here. Hi, Sam.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Okay, I like the song.
Thank you.
Very good. You wrote the song?
I sure did.
Okay. Let me ask you, what were you really thinking of? What was in the mood that inspired you to write that?
New Home is a song about I was living life a certain way and in a certain relationship that ended, and it's about the first house you live in by yourself when you start a new life and start over again and all that. That's what that tune's about.
Oh, like a renaissance.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
new beginnings.
With a lot of ups and downs, that kind of thing.
That's nice.
Yeah, sure.
Now, what were some of your influences?
Musically?
Musically, yeah.
Tom Petty, for sure. I'm a Gainesville guy. I was born in Gainesville, Florida. That's where he's from. Just listened to him my whole life and always just thought he was amazing.
Now you have a whole band here with you, which I'm going to ask you guys one at a time to go around and say hi, say your name, and the instrument that you play. So we'll start with you.
Hi.
Hi.
Wes Buckley, I play guitar.
Wes, that's a cool name, Wes.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm James Preston, I play bass.
Hi, Hi, James. And
Hello, I'm David, I play drums.
John DeLorme, I play pedal steel guitar.
Michael Rosen, keyboards.
nice. The steel guitar is definitely nice. And we'll
Very
talk
nice.
more about that because you're prominent in another song.
Sure.
So you're from Florida.
Florida.
How'd you end up here in New York?
Just the tunes, I grew up in Vero Beach. I was born in Gainesville, grew up in Vero Beach. Then I went back to Gainesville, and at that certain time, it was kind of like when everybody was moving to Williamsburg and all that, 2005, 2006 area. And I went too, along with the crowd of everybody, and that's how I ended up.
How did you find these band members?
I worked, I'm a painting contractor. I paint apartments too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I met him he worked for the same painting company I worked for, and we just kind of hit it off just like that. and then they exiled us to the middle of nowhere to paint jobs so they didn't have to deal with us anymore.
P&P.
Okay.
Oh, you dropped the name. All right, cool. Cool.
That's good.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, and
Yeah.
for everybody else?
James I met playing. We were playing a show. He's in another band called Heaven's Jail that we're good friends with. And, you know, we had mutual respect for each other's music. And one night I was just like, I love your bass playing. Will you play in my band? And he said yes. And I was very happy.
Okay. You're always together? Your
Well,
band?
we all lived here in New York for a number of years, and everybody's kind of spread out. I actually currently live in Los Angeles, but
Okay.
we're New Yorkers, you know. Me and my wife, we talk about, you know, maybe we'll come back, who knows, you know. But for now, we're on the West Coast. And, Wes here actually moved back to Massachusetts, and I don't know, James, where do you live?
In New York.
In New York?
I'm still here.
Okay. But yeah, we're always here all the time, so.
So you're bi-coastal and keep
Yeah,
going
sure.
straight across. Mm-hmm. Okay. And they all follow you, or you get different band members? And
You know, I just got out there. I just moved out there, and I've only done one show out there, and James was at that. But yeah, I usually, for now, coming back to New York to play with everybody. So I haven't had anybody following me around. Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys played great together for that song, and now we're going to go for another song, and this is
Shiny and new.
Shiny and New.
When you can't really say why, chance for going back's passed by, and the last door's finally closed, and you're looking for the window, and nobody knows what you are planning to go and do. You'll be feeling much the same, or at least that's what you like. You don't feel the same way you did when you were shining and you never knew what could happen till it happened to you. Can't resist the faces when they see what you do. They can't tell who you are from where they stand in the dark, and they don't even know when you've made your mark. But it's hard to look away when you take it too far. As nightfall takes more room, another day will meet its doom, and it's only you again. Hear the house settling, and nobody knows what you are planning to go and do. You'll be feeling much better, or at least that's what you claim. You don't feel the same way you did when you were shining and new. Never knew what would happen till it happened to you. You can't resist the faces when they see what you do. You can't tell who you are from where they stand in the dark, and they don't even know when you've made your mark. But it's hard to look away when you take it too far. Back in love again, wondering if you've ever been falling back in love again, wondering if you've ever been, and nobody knows what you are planning to go do. You'll be feeling much the same, or at least that's what you claim. You don't feel the same way you did when you were shining and new. Never knew what happened till it happened to you. Can't resist the faces when they see what you do. They can't tell who you are from where they stand in the dark, and they don't even know when you've made your mark. But it's hard to look away when you take it too far. Back in love again, wondering if you've ever been.
That was Shiny and New. And Sam, this was one of the songs tonight that you collaborated with someone else to write about.
Sure did.
And that was you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is this song about? How did this come about for you to?
Well, I didn't collaborate with him on the lyrics. The lyrics is my own like thoughts and issues and whatnot. But James brought me the main riff, you know, like the verse to the song.
I was kind of playing it at home, and
Yeah.
I thought it sounded like a Sam Marine song, so I showed it to Sam.
And it was.
Kind of the next day, he had sort of welded it together with another
It's like, I
part
got
of a
lyrics
song.
that'll go with this. It fits, it fits. Is that how it worked out
Pretty
for you?
much.
Yeah, I didn't have lyrics yet. I had a guitar part that I've been working on for months actually, and I couldn't figure out how to finish it. And then he brought me that part, and it was just like the glue. And then I wrote lyrics in 20 minutes or something like that. So it was.
Oh,
kind
wow.
of poured out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was good. And that's like the only one you guys have done together?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean they write all their own parts obviously to the songs and stuff, but you know, the key tune on its own is me.
And what were you pouring out of your heart in your lyrics?
On Shiny and New, it's kind of a bunch of different stuff really. Hard to set focus on one thing. Mostly just kind of going through life and coming of age and realizing how you mess some stuff up and how some things are okay, and you know, I don't know, just a coming of age tune, I guess you would say.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that was very nice. It was a good song.
Mm-hmm.
The next one coming up is I Do Not Want to Go Back, or I Don't Want to Go Back.
I don't want to go back. Yeah.
You want to go back? You
Yeah.
didn't want to go back to Florida?
No.
We'll talk
Sure didn't.
more about it,
It's
but
warm.
we'll hear the song for now.
Okay.
I used to walk into the house, and before he saw me, I was gone. And I used to back out of the driveway before I turned the headlights on. And I never felt the guilt in the morning just before dawn. And I don't wanna go back, but I don't wanna move on. And I don't wanna go back, but I don't wanna move on. Hurting all day just because no one would call it a night. And we're going nowhere, sitting in the driver's side. And we're headed for a ride just because no one's calling you home. And I don't wanna go back, but I don't wanna move on. And I don't wanna go back, but I don't wanna move on. And you don't want no one's opinion, but you don't want to be alone. 'Cause it's hard to be yourself if you really want to get along. Thought you had it figured out, come to find out you had it all wrong. And I don't want to go back, but I don't want to move on. And I don't want to go back, but I don't want to move on. No, I don't want to go back, but I don't want to move on. No, I don't want to go back, but I don't want to move on.
That was I Don't Want to Go Back by Sam Marine. But we are back. So did you write that because you didn't want to go back to Florida?
No, I didn't have anything to do with Florida. I love Florida, actually. It was just the whole record. It's almost conceptual, really, where it's a lot of coming of age tunes. You know, growing up and realizing you'd kind of blown it for a few years. You know what I mean? But now that you know that you got it together, so
Okay.
you know what not to do, basically.
Everybody had their more or less time to shine in this song, where everyone had their, solo moments. So is that a better appreciation when you get to do that in a song?
Yeah, it's really fun to solo in a song. It's a great time. That song particularly is usually in the past we shared it with another guitar. I shared it with another guitar player, and
thanks
that
for
was a
bringing
lot
that
of
up,
fun. Our friend Keith, so we kind of go back and forth and everything. So I was actually thinking about him just then, during playing that song. So get the great drums in the beginning and through. Yeah, it's a real rocker.
Is that one of your favorite songs to play to?
That's a good one to kind of let loose on. It's fun to just kind of bash the drums, instead of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I noticed that the keyboards that you have, that's a Wurlitzer,
Yep.
and most people have Casio, Yamaha. This is your preference.
Yeah, I don't mess around.
You don't mess around.
No.
Well, why would you say that? What's so special about the Wurlitzer brand?
It's a classic brand, 70s.
Slightly different sounds?
It's just the sound. It's like the sound that other sounds are modeled off of, and I love. It feels like a real instrument to me, and I have a relationship with it, which is really nice.
Don't you all have relationships with your instruments?
Yeah, I've had
Absolutely.
mine since I was 15 or 16. The same guitar.
Yeah, and I would say with keyboards, sometimes it's hard to find that, and that keyboard especially just like means a lot to me. So I like to. It's very heavy. I like to bring it around though.
It is heavy.
Yeah, they've all helped me. Thanks, guys.
Now, how long have you been playing guitar?
I think I started when I was around 10, 11.
Self-taught or you had lessons?
Totally self-taught. Yeah.
Self-taught.
Mhm.
Now, how does that work? I mean, how do you teach yourself how to read music?
I don't really know how to read music.
just know
I
how
just
to make
listen
that
to enough
instrument
Nirvana and
play. Oh,
whatnot,
okay.
and
All of you,
various
are you
punk rock tunes, yeah.
self-taught or you just through lessons? And are you self-taught?
I taught myself in the beginning, but then I went to music school for a couple of years.
Okay.
I took some later lessons later on, actually, just like for about a year or two, just polish up,
Many drummers don't read music. They just, feel the beat, give the rhythm, and that's it. Is that how you are?
I actually can read music, and
Excellent.
I went to music school also.
I went to the same school, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I know a lot of amazing drummers who can't read music, but that grow up and never take a lesson, but are kind of at the top of the game. So, it's good for some things. It's good for doing a lot of session work and having to learn music quick and read charts and stuff like that, but not necessarily needed to be, an amazing drummer.
And for you, you play the steel guitar.
Yeah, I took lessons for about 2 years with different, very experienced teachers, and that was definitely a catalyst for learning.
Okay, and for you?
Yeah, I read music.
And you've self-taught or you studied?
No, I studied like classical music
Oh, wow.
too. Yeah.
Everything stems from classical music, though, right?
It all does.
Yes. Yes.
In
You
a
get
way.
into the whole theory. Okay, so our next song coming up is Turn Out Right. Right? Turn Out Right. And this is a nice song, and it does feature a lot of the electric steel guitar, which we'll come back to. So check this out because it's different.
Movies and magazines, empty TV screen, cold coming through the windows. Working on one you thought of, the one that keeps you up. Walk around the room till you've had enough. Call yourself a friend, go out for the ride. Plan on an early one, stay out all night. Stay out all night, should be going to sleep. It don't feel like night. Come on and wait for the sun, if you think the moon's so bright. You know you won't be yourself, you can damn sure get by. Best be blaming yourself, that don't turn out right. Radiator dried out, shades drawn, the lights down. Just talking all day, but not out loud. Working on one you thought of, the one that keeps you up. Walk around the room till you've had enough. Call yourself a friend, go out for the ride. Plan on an early one, stay out all night. Stay out all night, should be going to sleep. It don't feel like night. Go on and wait for the sun, if you think the moon's so bright. You know you won't be yourself, you can damn sure get by. Best be blaming yourself, that don't turn out right. Turn out right.
That was Turn Out Right, Sam Marine. So that's it, Turn Out Right. That was really a nice song.
Thanks, man. All right, I like that.
And I want to get back into the steel guitar because the sound is, you know, great. It's very different. You mostly hear it with country music, but this is, you know, some rock music with that little twang thrown in there. And that's something. Now, how do you get into playing the steel guitar from?
I was a fan of country music for a long time, so that sound was something that was really familiar. And I just realized not a lot of people are doing it nowadays that are younger, and just sort of jumped into it and didn't look back.
And how hard was it to find one for sale in New York?
I bought it from Louisiana.
Oh, okay, so hard.
Yeah, there's no shops in the city or anything. There's nobody that repairs them. Very few people that actually give lessons on it. But you know, if you go to a place like Austin, Texas, or Nashville, these places are all over the place.
Oh, okay. Because you have that actually in some of your songs. It's just more prominent in what you just played.
Sure. Yeah.
And is that something that you, when you were writing, you said, I have to
Yeah.
get this sound in there?
I'm a big country music fan, always have been. Classic country, you know, older stuff. And yeah, pedal steel is always, my entire life, since I was a little kid, I always just loved that kind of whining sound of it. It's great, you know.
But now listening to him mention how it's, you know, far and few in between to even find the instrument, much less the player, and, you know, I don't think it's going to be Florida. That's not Texas, you know, in New York. So when you were like writing this and you had this in your mind, how easy was it to actually get somebody to say, hey, listen, I need a steel guitar to come and record?
Well, Keith, the guitar player that he mentioned, Keith Hammond is his name, by the way. He mentioned earlier, he plays steel as well, and he was our, you know, and still is. I mean, I play with him in California all the time. But he played guitar and steel because he's also a country music fan. So originally, the two of them would team up on guitar, but on a number of the songs, Keith would play steel. And I just started writing songs that I thought would be conducive for the instrument, you know, because I always liked it. And I met him. I was at a bar here in Williamsburg called Charleston. I was filling in for a friend. I didn't even work there. It was the only day I ever worked there. He came in, sat down, and ordered a beer, and we started talking, and next thing you know, we were playing together, you know. And he told me he played steel, and it was awesome.
And do you have any tours while you're here in New York? Are you playing anywhere?
No, we wanted to play tomorrow night, but we just kind of didn't pull it together, but I'll be back very soon.
Okay. So you're going to be off back to the West Coast.
Back over there, do some stuff over there, and maybe a few months we'll, you know, find our way back over here to the east. Maybe where
Okay.
we belong, who knows, you know?
All of you are from here, or you're going back to the West Coast too?
There, yeah.
You're all from
Yeah.
here.
I still consider myself
You're
a
not
New
from
Yorker,
here.
too,
Where are
you know?
you from?
The West Coast.
Oh, you're from the West Coast.
I live here. I'm from. I grew up in San Francisco,
Oh, okay. And but now you're a New Yorker. Are you converted?
but enough about me.
It's all about Sam.
Yeah.
It's all about Sam.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to look forward to?
To look forward to, how exactly do you mean?
Well, you're going to have this new album coming out. Aren't you looking forward to maybe new band members or getting together with them
sure,
again, playing
absolutely.
again?
I'm always just looking forward to playing all the time. You know, it's like whatever capacity. I like playing. You know, for a lot of people, small amount of people, most of the time for a lot of people would be great. But yeah, meeting new people, playing just music. You know, always something new.
Are you always writing? Are you always coming up with
always.
new
Yeah.
music?
I have most of another one written already.
Your next album's written already?
A lot of it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much. It's been very entertaining, to say the least. Love the sound.
Awesome,
And
thank you.
best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. This was Raw.